I see a lot of people who are like wasting their life. I realized it like really early on when I was 18. I was driving forklifts in like 20-degree weather for like 9 hours a day, and my shift started at like 3, and I would literally get up at like 2 a.m. every single morning. It was absolutely crazy. I remember this one specific day. I was in the locker room, and there's this one guy. He looked like absolutely exhausted. Not like it's the end of his shift, but like the end of his life, basically. And I asked him a few questions, and he told me that he had been working in that same position for like 20 years. He was saying it like he has no control over his life. Like that's just what it was. And I looked at him and I was like, dude, if I stay in this locker room like one more week, I'm done. Like, that's crazy. That same week, I went into my manager's office and I told him that I had to go. He asked me, he was like, you don't want to put in your 2 weeks? I just looked at him and I was like, nope. I walked out and never looked back. And I realized that I wasn't going to let them like have another minute of my time. I made it a point to stay away from that cycle as much as I can. You know, I get it. Like, what's fun for some is not fun for all. It's just crazy how far some people will go for that lifestyle. Like, you're losing the most valuable decade of your life. Like, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I'd rather spend my time with people who are actually focused on building something, you know? Not to say that people who are doing that aren't. Again, it's just some people who take it too far. Right after I walked out of that job, though, I started thinking about like what I actually wanted to do. And I didn't really take like normal steps, but I just started experimenting. I launched a few different e-commerce businesses with a couple of different products, and they all failed, obviously, but those failures were education. I learned about supply chains and marketing, and it was all stuff that I didn't really have to pay for. I was actually getting paid to learn. I got kind of inspired to start making videos every single day. So I did that for a month on an old channel, and I was I was literally carrying a camera everywhere, like editing for hours a night and just trying to make stuff. And in high school, I took photography classes. So, I mean, most people were taking it just for credits, but I don't know. I took them because I realized that like working with a camera is one of the most important skills to have, especially now. And to me, that turned into a business. I've been doing this for a couple of years now, and I've spent tons of hours making content for different businesses. I mean, I have terabytes, like thousands of gigabytes of footage from different shoots. I'm not going to tell you that it's easy. It's obviously not. Sometimes it does get lonely. And when you choose to stay in on like a Saturday night and edit instead of going out to the club, I don't know, people do judge you, but whatever. You have to realize that some of the people calling you boring or saying you're missing out are going to be the ones stuck in the freezer. They just don't know it yet. I had to leave everything behind and start over. Obviously, it's scary to walk out of your manager's office at 18 with no plan, but to me, it was just more scary to stay. So some days it's a struggle, but it's a struggle that I chose. And to me, that's important. Your 20s are going to be the only time you have this much energy and this much room to fail. So don't let them take it. Stop chasing the potential and just start doing something. The longer you live and the more established you get in your habits, the harder it is to get yourself out. So get yourself out now.